At the beginning of the story, we are shown a very strange prison where delicious food is being prepared. It seems like there's a party in the jail today, but in this prison, this kind of food is made every day. The prison has about 100 floors, and on each floor, prisoners are kept according to their crimes. A platform on each floor is loaded with all sorts of delicious food. First, this platform is sent to the cell of the prisoners at the very top. They have only 2 minutes to eat the food, after which the platform moves down to the cells of the prisoners below. In this way, the platform gradually descends. The prisoners at the top get to eat the good food, but as the platform goes down, the food starts to get messy and run out. That's why those at the very bottom sometimes don't get any food at all. On the 48th floor of this building, we see 2 prisoners. One is named Goreng, who seems very civilized, and his cellmate is named Trimagasi. This is a prison for people who haven't committed any crime. They are all here by their own choice. Each of them has a bad habit they want to get rid of. For example, Goreng is a heavy smoker, and his cellmate, Trimagasi, has a terrible temper. Once, in a fit of rage, he threw a TV from a high place, which killed a man, and now he wants to overcome his anger. Trimagasi has been here for the last 6 months and wants to spend another 6. When someone comes here, it's for a 6-month term, after which they receive a certificate that completely changes their reputation in society. Trimagasi's anger hasn't subsided, so he has extended his stay for another 6 months. He tells Goreng that the lower you go, the less food you'll get, and there's a level where food never reaches. He says, "I've been on that level, and after going there, people resort to eating each other to satisfy their hunger."
The platform arrives at their cell, laden with a lot of food, but it's completely messy. Trimagasi pounces on the food, but Goreng doesn't. He picks up an apple and starts eating it. After the platform moves down, the temperature in their cell starts to rise because Trimagasi had taken some food off the platform. There's a rule here. If anyone takes food from the platform, the temperature in their cell will either be raised or lowered drastically until the food is returned. Another rule in this prison is that every month the prisoners are shuffled. Those on the upper floors are moved to the lower ones and vice versa, so no one knows which cell on which floor they will be in the next month. A few days pass for Goreng, and the next time the platform arrives, a woman is sitting on it. Goreng asks who she is. Trimagasi tells him her name is Miharu, and every month she travels down on the platform like this. She is looking for her child, who is lost somewhere in the prison. As time passes, Trimagasi and Goreng become friends. One night, while they are sleeping, a sleeping gas spreads throughout the prison, signaling that a month has passed and the prisoners will be reshuffled according to their fate.
When Goreng wakes up, he finds himself tied up. It was his own cellmate, Trimagasi, who tied him. They are now on level 171, where food never reaches. Trimagasi is afraid that Goreng might attack and eat him, so he tied him up for his own safety. But Trimagasi is more dangerous because he has a knife. When anyone enters this prison, they have the choice to bring one item with them. Trimagasi brought a knife, while Goreng brought a book. The platform arrives completely empty, meaning they will have no food for the next month. Trimagasi tells Goreng, "I can endure hunger for 7 days. After that, you will be my food." 7 days pass and Trimagasi has no other option, but before he can kill Goreng, Miharu appears and saves Goreng. Together, they kill Trimagasi. Now they know that no food will come for the next 23 days, but they have food in the form of Trimagasi's body, which they can eat to survive the month. Goreng starts to hallucinate and repeatedly sees Trimagasi in his cell. Another month passes, and everyone is gassed again. When Goreng wakes up, he is in cell number 33 with a woman named Imugiari who has a dog. Goreng is surprised to see her because she was the one who interviewed everyone before they came to the prison. He doesn't understand why she is here. She explains that she has a terminal illness and will die soon, so she wanted to experience the prison. Goreng tells her about the system's flaws, how food never reaches the lower levels, causing people to kill each other, and that the system needs to be changed. Imugiari knew nothing about this, but can't communicate with the other staff now.
She comes up with a plan. When the platform arrives, she leaves a lot of food untouched and tells the people below to do the same. But no one listens to her because the people below them were once at the very bottom and went without food for a long time. Now they want to eat as much as they can. She tries this for 15 days, but when no one listens, Goreng threatens the people below him, saying that if they eat too much or waste food, he will urinate on their food from above, making it inedible. Frightened, they eat in moderation and don't waste food. He tells them to pass the message down so that the food can reach level 200. It turns out there are 200 levels. However, Goreng cannot force the people above him to do the same as he has no way to make them listen. The next day, when the platform arrives, Miharu is on it again, in a very bad state. Goreng helps her and takes care of her, but Imogiri's dog takes some food from the platform and the cell's temperature starts to drop. Goreng throws the food back onto the platform and everything returns to normal. Goreng tells Imogiri that Miharu comes down every month looking for her child, but she hasn't found him yet. Imogiri is shocked and says she interviewed Miharu, who was an actress, and came here alone. She has no child. It's just her imagination. That night, they all go to sleep, and the next morning, Miharu is gone. Before leaving, she killed Imogiri's dog. Imogiri is heartbroken because she loved her dog very much and is now completely broken. She didn't know how bad the conditions were inside the prison, that people didn't get food and had become enemies.
A month passes for them, and the sleeping gas is released again. When Goreng wakes up, he is on level 202, even though Imogiri had told him there were no more than 200 levels. Imogiri has taken her own life. After working with the staff for 25 years, she had been lied to about many things. She was suffering from a terminal illness, had lost her beloved dog, and knew that food would never reach this level. She killed herself so that Goreng would have food for the entire month. Now Goreng has food in the form of Imogiri's body and survives another month. The next time he wakes up, he is on level 6 at the top. His new cellmate is a black man named Baharat. Baharat wants to escape and has a rope. He tries to climb up, but the people above don't let him. Baharat is about to be killed, but Goreng saves him. Goreng tells him that he is counted, and there are more than 250 levels. If they go to every level and distribute the food themselves, everyone can eat. And once the platform reaches the bottom, it shoots up very fast, and they can ride it to escape.
The next day when the platform arrives, they get on it with large rods. For the first 50 floors, they don't let anyone eat, because everyone on those floors ate the day before. After the 50th floor, they start distributing food and gradually descend. They see a man killing Miharu and try to save her but fail. In the process, both are badly injured. They get back on the platform as it continues to descend. They meet a very wise man who tells them to keep one dish completely safe and send it back up with the platform to the authorities. When they receive the dish, they will understand that the people below have unity and have learned to live in this environment. It will be a message for them. They agree and continue their descent. Goreng thought there were 250 levels, but the platform doesn't stop there. However, there are no people at these lower levels because no one has ever come this far down, or if they did, they couldn't have survived. The platform finally stops at level 333. They both get off, thinking it's the last one, but the platform goes down again, meaning they are now stuck on this level. They see a little girl hiding under the bed. They think she is Miharu's daughter. She is completely safe and clean. They have a panna cotta that they had saved to send up as a message. They feed it to the girl. According to the rules, the temperature should have changed, but it remains normal, which means that no rules apply at this level. Both are badly injured and pass out. In his unconscious state, Goreng dreams that his first cellmate, Trimagasi, tells him that the panna cotta is not the message. The girl is the message. She must be sent up. When he regains consciousness, he sees that his friend is dead.
The next day, the platform arrives again. Goreng takes the girl and sits on the platform. The platform goes even lower and reaches level 0, the very bottom of the entire building. From here, the platform will shoot up at lightning speed in a few moments. Goreng hallucinates again and sees Trimagasi, who tells him that the message doesn't need a bearer, the message must go alone. Goreng gets off the platform and soon after, it shoots up. The arrival of the child at the top will signify that the people below have learned to live there, that they have achieved unity and will no longer kill each other. They will complete their 6 months and return to the outside world. The way people are moved from one level to another suggests that perhaps no one has ever made it out of there. But the child's escape will mean that people have learned unity and to support each other. As Goreng was descending with his companion, distributing food, he was also sending a message to everyone that they must live together and think about each other. And perhaps after this day, people inside this building will never kill each other out of hunger. This whole story is a metaphor for our society, where the powerful people at the top never think about those below them. They fill their own stomachs first and don't care if the people below live or die. But there are also people in society, like Goreng, who want to fight for justice and truth. Although he did some wrong things out of desperation, it was his compulsion. And if we all want to make our society and our world a better place, we must always think about those below us, so that the whole world can live in equality. At the end of the story, Goreng gets off at the bottom, which means that he may never go back up, and his life may end there.